It's Tuesday, May 5th, and we're just over a week away from Hamvention 2026. The purpose of this video, speculation. That's right. You speculate, we all speculate. And if you don't get that joke, that's okay. The people that need to get that joke will get it. I've been keeping an eye on the event notifiers for Hamvention from, everybody. And one really strikes me as a we're gonna get you, sucker. And that's Icom's string of very cryptic postings. And I understand that they're trying to keep the hype alive. Good job, because obviously I'm hyped. But one of their postings says, what will we bring to Hamvention? You may want to come by our booth. But they have a little question mark on there. And then not long after that, they posted a video of a new system, X026, with the vague hints of an outline of a vehicle and the face of a radio. And that radio face looks an awful lot like the 5200, but not exactly like a 5200. If you pay attention to the way the thing shines, it's not quite the same. At least not from what we saw at the Tokyo Ham Fair, right? So I'm going to speculate. I'm going to speculate that Icom is going to bring us the return of the 706 Mark II, perhaps call it, I don't know, the Icom IC 2026 Mark I or something of the like, where we get a mobile form factor, HF, VHF, UHF radio with 2 antenna ports, because we see in the car outline that they kind of hint at there being 2 antennas on the car. So my hope is that this is up and coming, if not, released this year, which it won't. I mean, let's face it, typically they're going to announce things, like properly announce them and show them to people at the Tokyo Ham Fest. And we get to see them the year after at Hamvention under glass. And then they generally have a working model ready at the Tokyo Ham Fest the same year, and then we might get to see it released here the year after. I'm guessing at least a 2-year cycle before we see anything like actually come out of this. Although I hope that at the very least we see the ID 5200, if not in person and able to dial it up and whatnot. That'd be ideal, if not released. Huh? I'm not holding my breath on a release. And if there is a release, I'm going to be burning some money that I'm not expecting to burn at Hamvention this year. Yeah. That my prediction, my speculation, there you go, that's that word again, speculation, is that we're going to see an up-and-coming mobile radio. Hints of, it being mobile, maybe. The hints have been dropping, have been interesting. I have some money set aside to spend at Hamvention, but I have, ideas of what I'm going to spend that on already. If a new radio actually releases at Hamvention, I'm going to have to make some tough decisions about what I spend money on. But hey, the ham radio workbench already has me spending more money than I should anyways, right? Just don't tell my wife. As to Hamvention itself, I hope to see you all there. The plan right now is, weather permitting, to jump Friday, Saturday, Sunday, weather permitting. I am bringing a guest person. I'm bringing a friend. There may be more than one parachute in the air. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to promise you anything. I'm just saying there. See, now you can speculate. Huh? If the weather turns out to be not so great, I'll be at the event Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? And if you see me around, say hi. I'm bringing a handful of stickers. I think I'm bringing like 100, maybe 150 stickers. It's the same sticker that I've had for about 1.5 years now. So if you've already gotten one, then you've already gotten one. And if not, well, maybe you can get one. The youth rally on Saturday has I have an earmarked jump for them. Again, weather permitting. And failing that, then I have some instructional block that I can take up a little bit of their time, showing them parachute stuff and maybe their parents, right? Because generally the people that are going to come to this are going to be the kids and their parents. So if you see me walking around with a parachute on my back, that's probably where I'm heading to or coming from. Other than that, I'm going to try to make it to 4 days in May, at the very least to the vendor night, if not to all of the presentations. There is, I have committed some of the afternoon to something else, so I can't be there for the whole 4 days in May. But I went to 4 days in May a couple of years ago, and it was really, really wonderful and instructional. I got a lot out of it. It's certainly worth my money. So if you're thinking about maybe going, you certainly should. I'm hoping to catch up with a lot of the vendors that I haven't seen in about a year. Chief among them, Aaron over at Nameless Morse. He makes a beautiful key. I'm still trying to learn CW. Bear with me. I can blunder my way through a POTA contact as a hunter. I have not blundered my way into an activation yet, but he makes a gorgeous key, and if you haven't seen it, like, you should totally stop by his booth. It's absolutely going to be worth your while for time and probably your money. Certainly worth my money. I have set aside money to buy one. Other than that, I'm also looking forward to walking the flea market. Again, weather permitting. If the weather doesn't allow for skydiving, I'm going to angle myself towards the flea market a little bit more this year, because I missed out on a few deals last year that I shouldn't have missed out on, and it's because I didn't take the time to spend more time out there. I am bringing a couple of things that I'm going to get rid of. I'm not going to get into that on this video, but if you see me and I have a backpack with me, I probably have something I'm probably trying to sell, or may have already sold. Hit me up. I'll make you a good deal on something. Hope to catch you parachute mobile, and if not, at the very least, we can make a IWellQSO. 73.